A big warm welcome to all of you who have just tuned in, and of course to all of those who were with us from the start of the Gigabyte challenge today. We are Heflatv, my name is Coucher, and with me is Mito. What are your thoughts on the upcoming game?
Well, I actually don't really know what to expect from Central Fear because I haven't seen them play. But from what I've heard, they're a strong team coming out of Turkey, and then they play through all the qualifiers to get here. So I really don't know what to expect.
Well, you can always expect, well, of course, usually it's like if you expect less, you won't be disappointed, but in Dota, you can expect big things to happen. Either big fails or epic wins, I guess. But
I feel for I feel for teams that are not as well known if they can pull out a really strong pocket strat, like we saw just yesterday. Oh, which team was that? That pulled out the amazing pocket strat. The one with the Wind Ranger Lone Druid combo. I can't. Oh, Shadow
oh god,
Friends.
yeah,
Yeah, it's
Shadow
the Shadow
Friends, yeah.
Friends. Yeah, I mean, they were considered the underdog in that game, and they just pulled out an amazing preset pocket strat that like no one was expecting because the heroes they drafted was Wind Ranger, Vengeful Spirit, Lone Druid, Weaver, and something else. But because these heroes are not high priorities on the ban list, they can have it pre-made and just go along with the flow, and it worked out wonders. So Central of Fear, they're gonna open the pick with a Mirana. It's very standard. I mean, how many times have we seen it now? Mirana, all of a sudden, like in the past couple of months, has surged to become a priority one, number one pick. It gives nothing away, and Relax is gonna go for that another very common first pick hero, the Treant Protector. Just being able to heal out your teammates, giving you the option to go aggressive trial lane, keeping your towers alive for prolonged phases of the game. It's pretty darn good.
Yeah, it most certainly is, but what strikes me a little bit off is Central Fear, they banned out the Doombringer, so do you think they're trying to go for something like Ember Spirit, Storm Spirit, like anything that would really get just butthurt by a Doom?
Well, if in that case, I think it's not bad. You can pick up the Ember Spirit in the second pick phase. I just don't feel Ember is that high of a priority now. It still fits into a lot of lineups, but with the nerfs on the Sleight of Fist, it just feels like, and the Searing Chains, it feels like Ember is just not as flexible as before. Before you could run Ember mid up against just about anyone, and maxing out the Sleight of Fist, as well as getting 3 levels in the Searing Chains before maxing out the Flame Guard, it worked wonders just against anyone. But now, when you put Ember Spirit mid, it feels like you gotta select who you're going up against. That's a great thing about Dota. Most heroes have a specific way, a specific role that they fit in, and I feel Ember Spirit, if it's going up against Shadow Fiend, it will struggle a little bit more. Unless, of course, you can get in really close range of the Shadow Fiend and just have that Flame Guard burn him. But Relax, it seems like it's going to be the abuse, the mid lane with the jungle camps, and then you just keep raising non-stop, and you're going to accumulate 100 plus last hits in, say, 12 to 14 minutes, have that Midas up, and BKB by the 15-minute mark. So, Central of Fear, SF is going to be a hero that they must be able to shut down.
Yeah, but that's where the Treant comes into play a little bit as well, just helping out with the living armor, even globally. I mean, usually the easiest way to shut down a Shadow Fiend is just gank him in the mid lane over and over and over. Of course, you do need a mid lane hero that can help out with that as well. Something that can set it up just to be sure for the supports to actually get in range for their stuns and whatnot. But yeah, living armor definitely does help out the Shadow Fiend, even if just a little bit. But now, Central Fear taking out the Witch Doctor of all the heroes. Well, the Witch Doctor does combo up with the Treant Protector pretty nicely, but also the Wraith King. So I mean, I have no idea what Central Fear is trying to achieve with the bans, or like what their picks are gonna be after those bans, whereas Relax, just taking out the standard offlaners, the Darkseer and the Centaur.
Indeed, and this is one of the beauty of picking up Mirana, and that's what makes it such a high priority pick. You don't quite know just what role this Mirana is going to be. Is it going to be an aggressive trial lane? Is it going to be a support Mirana and dual roaming with the Shadow Demon? Is it going to be a full-on carry Mirana in the safe lane? And Mirana can safe lane solo pretty nicely as well. So they have a lot of ways they can play this, and just having the options allows much easier drafts.
Yeah, well, speaking of easy drafts, Relax picking up a Brewmaster for themselves. So do you think it's gonna be an offlane one, or do Relax want to maybe even go for an aggressive jungle? Or every now and then teams do run a Shadow Fiend just as a safe lane farmer as well?
It's not efficient if you run a safe lane Shadow Fiend. Especially on the Radiant side. It doesn't make any sense to me why you would want to put the Shadow Fiend in the safe lane. Sure, he's going to get the good farm, but Central of here, they have the option to go for an aggressive tri lane. And what's a level 1 Shadow Fiend going to do? Even if the Treant Protector is around, with the Living Armor, it's going to get removed extremely fast with the Shadow Demon and the 2 illusions along with the Mirana right clicks. So, looking at it, I feel it's going to be an offlane Brewmaster, but offlane Brewmaster efficiency is so much lower than running it mid.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I thought like maybe they want to go for something else with the Shadow Fiend, although Relax, they still could leave the Brewmaster on their own safe lane up against the enemy offlaner, or, well, of course, maybe aggressive tri lane, but, well, Clockwork is the pickup for Central of here, and as all offlaners can be played in the safe lane as well, depending on if they want to go for an aggressive tri lane themselves, but if we should see a Brewmaster versus Clockwork, who would actually have the upper hand in that matchup?
It depends on if Brewmaster has a mana or not. If Clockwork uses the cogs constantly and burn out Brewmaster's mana, because if you're playing Clockwork and you're against a melee hero, it's not bad to have max levels into Battery Assault before anything else. And if you're against range hero, sure, always go for the Rocket Flare. But if he does burn out the Brewmaster and the Brewmaster is somewhat careless, or perhaps like maybe both of them are rushing towards the Broom spot, and Clockwork gets to cog the Brewmaster, and then turning on the Battery Assault, it might just ensure the death of the Brewmaster.
Well, yeah, Clockwork is a really skilled hero, or a really, I mean, you have to have skill to actually play it if you play it in a 1v1 matchup, just to get the cogs at the right angles to get the burns all the time. But
And so far, Central of Fear, this tri lane with the Shadow Demon, Dazzle, and Mirana, it does a sick amount of damage. Whoever gets caught is going to get instantly blasted into pieces. So this is even more reason for Relax to run the Shadow Fiend mid.
oh yeah,
And something else we didn't mention, Clockwork is great against the Shadow Fiend early before Shadow Fiend gets a BKB. But if you run a mid-solo Shadow Fiend, the likeliness of Shadow Fiend getting a BKB before Clockwork is even capable of finding the Shadow Fiend is quite low. So, Central of Fear, I am somewhat scared of what's going to happen in this game, but I have my fingers crossed and I hope for the best.
well, that's all you can actually do as well, or you should do. I mean, at the moment, they don't have any sort of late game. If you look at it now, so Relax, I think they actually might ban out something that's late game oriented, but no, or maybe mid game. Maybe Central Fair really do want to finish this in the mid game. So Storm Spirit gets banned out, and all Central Fair, I guess Puck is a possibility for them.
But it feels like if you go for Puck, then you are forcing yourself into trying to end the game early, or at least have an extremely substantial amount of lead during the early game phase. But if you do pick a Puck, your tower pushing capabilities is just so low. It's going to be hard to end the game anytime soon.
Oh, what could they actually go for as well? They do ban out the Axe themselves, so I guess Axe, Treant Protector with the Living Armor can be annoying, and of course Axe to counter the Shallow Grave of the Dazzle. But I don't know how they would fit in an Axe in the current lineup.
Well, yeah. Relax. Yeah, this is... I think what they could have done is run an aggressive trialing with the Rubik, Treant, and X, and you can creep skip easily, and whoever comes near, Rubik lift into Leech Seed into Axe Call. That will almost just ensure a kill. Central Fear, I'm still trying to come up with a hero that will actually work for them. It's hard. It's really hard. It feels like this lineup is somewhat lacking in many ways. For example, you have the Clockwork Initiation, but the follow-up is so heavily reliant on the Dazzle Shadow Demon. Wow, and they pick up a Morphling, and this is the beauty of having a first pick Mirana. We don't know what it was going to be until the very last minute. So are we looking at mid-solo Mirana, trialing with Shadow Demon, Dazzle, and Morphling, and a Clockwork offlane? That should be, in theory, the best way they can lane. Or actually no, I eat my words. If they run a Clockwork safe, go an aggressive trialing with Shadow Demon, Dazzle, and Mirana, and put the Morphling up against the Shadow Fiend, things could look pretty good for them. Because Morphling, what can the Shadow Fiend do when you just level 1 waveform all the way across and deal some right-click damages? As well as like Shadow Fiend, because the Shadow Raises are according to the 3 different range, with each raise focusing on a different range. Morphling can easily just close the gap, get right next to Shadow Fiend with the waveform, right click, right click, right click, force the Shadow Fiend to back off from the lane.
I guess it's not that bad, or wouldn't be that bad of a decision, but oh well, Morphling mid, it is something that actually used to be run quite a lot, and it's really strong as well. Has rune control thanks to the waveform, of course, so just can fill up his bottle at all times unless the supports on the enemy team are just trying to help them. But they can run this multiple of ways. But let me check which team has more. Oh god. Okay, so I guess I'll go with Relax. Starting on the Radiant side, I'll have to open up a little bit of a helper online, I guess. I mean, Windex is Windex, that I know for sure. He's always been tracking for them. Being the support player, he is playing on the Rubik. Whereas the other guys, they should have Dread in there somewhere. I mean,
Well, how about you look up who's playing for Relax, like who's actually who, and I'll
yes.
quickly introduce the Central of Fear guys. Okay, so oh man, you're giving me the hard names again, aren't you? That's why you're giggling. Okay, so on Mirana, we're gonna have. Sorry guys, I'm gonna butcher this,
No,
but
I know how this is pronounced, but you can go for it.
Klasinki
Yeah, man,
playing as
correct.
sweet, playing as the Mirana. Not quite sure how they're gonna lane as of yet, so not gonna be able to tell you guys. We're gonna have RNT playing as the Clockwork. Daywalker gonna be playing as the support Shadow Demon. Lambd is gonna be on the Dazzle. Um, Necroman,
Yeah,
Necroman,
it should
gonna
be
be playing
just
as the
an A, I
Morphling.
think.
Sorry?
Yeah, it should be just an A, I think. The Lambda sign. So that's it is Lambda. I don't
Okay.
know what's the deal with them, but I still don't know which player is who. I guess you can maybe check out the Steam profiles, or I don't know. But they should have. I mean, I guess Shadow Fiend probably played by Yoki, maybe. It's either Yoki or Crazy, Tame My Wild. Either or, unless they're just completely stand-ins. With
Isn't
Chachlo, should be playing their offlane player, but I have no idea what. Well, Windex, he's playing the Rubik. CH313 Mecha. Oh my god, damn. Playing on the Tree and Protector. Hey bitches. Playing the Nature Prophet. Want you so much on the Brewmaster, and Blue on the Shadow Fiend. Why
okay?
can't people just tag out properly?
So I have found out for you. Brewmaster is Yoki,
Okay.
and the SF Blue, he is Tame My Wild. Does that
Or-
clarify things a little
So
bit more?
Nature's Prophet is Chachlo, I'm guessing, and Dread is the Tree and Protector. I guess
Indeed.
so.
Yep, indeed. So I just looked at the Steam profiles, and
Yeah, I
yeah,
just knew
so
that either Yoki or Crazy, Tame My Wild, plays the Shadow Fiend. So it's either or. I've seen Yoki just wreck with the Shadow Fiend, so I'm hoping for it every single game, but not seeing it after that one game.
but I love it. The fact that Tamer Wild is playing the Shadow Fiend, because Tamer Wild, he's such a high risk, high reward player. He likes to play extremely aggressive, trade blow for blow, those calculated risks, and then like just surviving on the difference of one attack. And it's always something great because the Shadow Fiend, it's called the Swagger Fiend now, right? You gotta have the swag, and just having it's like you're dancing on knives, like dancing on blades, that kind of feeling. That's precisely what Shadow Fiend brings, and it seems like these days people have been doing this RTC build, where you just go for a bottle rush on the SF and learning races on level 1. So it's a little bit different, and he's doing the RTC block as well, just standing right on the box. I think it's a little bit too much to the left though, so the creep might still just travel towards the left side
I
at
think he's
mid.
not even thinking about the block. Probably he's like, just screw you guys. I'm just standing, looking pretty,
No, he's
looking
actually
menacing.
standing. He has to be doing the correct block because he's pretty much standing on the right spot.
I think he just wants to compare himself to the tower. He's like, I'm stronger than the tower.
Or
Well,
looks like Central of Fear. They have been scattered out by Relax. And this is what I hate about the Radiant jungle. If the opponent team rotates in as a 5-man, you will have no idea where the observer wards are planted. Like you just have to make a guess and hope for the best.
you usually just wait for the first creep spawns, check what camps are blocked, and then try to figure it out. But
Well, it's always going to be mostly the pull camp, right? But if the pull camp is blocked, the creep spawn box is so big for that initial pull that it's hard to guess. Like you need to place a minimum of what 2 sentry wards to cover the entire area.
that is so. Actually, this observer ward coming out by Central Fear as well. It's not a too common one. I've seen it like only one time before within the last 2 weeks or so. So usually you don't look for that position if you place down a sentry, but I guess he finds it straight up. Oh man. Nice place. 50 gold for the Treant, man. Epic winning. He almost has the boost of speed to be honest. Only 400 gold away, so in 40 seconds. Well, not 440, man. What am I saying? Oh, they went for the sentry to block it as well.
Oh, so double block. Just when Relax thinks, hey, we've got a D-ward.
Oh,
Sweet.
Shadow Demon. Does he really want to go in? He runs into the Brewmaster Thunderclap to harass the Shadow Demon. He's actually going for the Treant Protector. The arrow completely missing. Timing so off. There's the telekinesis as well. Did they just throw away the first blood? I guess they did. Want you so much. Or rather, Yoki picking it up. Oh my god. He's just harassing for more leech hit. The right clicks. Can they get the telekinesis thunderclap? Anything. They don't even need it. The right clicks. He has the boost speed thunderclap onto Klasinki as well. I don't think they want to dive this. Or I guess they do. The right clicks are coming in. The Fate Bolt as well. And oh, they might lose a few in return. Windex tanking up the tower. I think he's gonna fall. Yeah, the TP is coming in as well. But still, giving away a Rubik for 3 kills. None too shabby.
And if you look, Rubik was just killed by the Dire. Like, there was no assist from any of the players. So that was a huge win for Relax, and all the heroes should be, yeah, they're getting good levels.
Oh god. Yeah, I mean, levels, they are the most important thing in a tri-lane. If you just have like one extra spell already, it definitely helps out. Like Shadow Demon, between his level 1 and 2, his 2 is so much stronger because he just has the Soul Catcher already for the extra burst.
Yeah, and at top, Clockwork is just getting outplayed completely by the Nature's Prophet. You can't really do much as a Clockwork up against so many Treants, harassment, and last hitting all against you. It's tough to deal with.
Do you
But
think that Shaslo should maybe go for an Orb of Venom for extra harass?
Yeah, why not? But after the face boots, I prefer getting the face boot first, because you get that huge movement speed and just the right click prowess, and then going for the Orb of Venom afterwards. Yeah, essentially it's just gonna be so rough for the Clockwork, and things are not looking good for COF already. We're only 2.5 minutes into the game,
Oh,
and
they want to go on Brewmaster or just some slight harass. The Poison Touch came out, Treant is there of course, and went you so much. He actually might go for the turn. Oh, that immediate right click, the crit coming out. I mean, the change to the Drunken Brawler is pretty strong. If you just haven't attacked for 10 seconds, you just get the insta crit.
yeah, so it's interesting how they're running the Brewmaster as a trial lane carry, but it's definitely working out nicely. I would say the saving grace for Central of Fear right now will be that mid-solo Morphling. He should be doing quite nicely against the Shadow Fiend.
Yeah, he is as well 16 and 5 compared to, well, 15 and 5 at the moment, so rather even. I mean, Shadow Fiend, he should be able to just continue. Oh, Clockwork actually kills off the Nature's Prophet and he survives with like 30 HP.
Wow, so it's a very, very significant kill for Central of Fear. It has to be somewhat of a misplay, right? Because as a Furion, if you have your Treants, you should never be afraid of that Clockwork. And without the hook shot, Clockwork shouldn't even be able to get near you. I mean, look at it. Nature's Prophet already with the face boots, so I don't know. It has to be a mistake from his behalf.
Guess it must have been really. I guess he went a little bit too ballsy, maybe trying to harass the Clockwork in return, but Clockwork got up in his nose with the battery shot. But oh, if they had known that the Walker is coming in from the side, I think Brewmaster could have easily intercepted him, gotten the Thunderclap, and then the follow up. But they don't have any vision around that area as Dazzle. Well, I guess they're just protecting their rune at the moment. Although Morphling, well, he does come for it in the end. He turned around for a little while, maybe just to finish up a creep kill. And actually, I mean, Clockwork getting the kill, it's really good and all. But since he actually had to run all the way home because he was so low himself, XP wise, Nature's Prophet is still ahead.
Oh, indeed. And things are gonna just be harder and harder for the Clockwork. Look at it. The XP is completely on par, as you've mentioned. And it seems like he's gonna be able to grab a Glove of Haste. Yeah, indeed. So Nature's Prophet
the
already
lead
with
sheet
the
onto the
Haste.
Shadow Demon. Can they get the telekinesis? Oh, Rubik turns around. There's the disruption, the arrow once again.
Oh.
The timing is so off. There's the telekinesis onto Klasiki. Thunderclap to follow. And Shachula even TP's in as well. Rubik, he did go down in the end. And why just so much? He's gonna fall as well. The Dazzle coming in from behind. Waveform. Morphling. The waveform doesn't connect. But the right clicks with the double damage there sure are enough. And relax. They're giving away a lot at the moment.
Oh, wow. So, yeah, just huge overextensions coming from Relax, but it is space created for the Shadow Fiend. He's happily farming away in the mid lane. You're like, yeah, no more Morphling to annoy me.
Yeah, but that just delays the Nature's Prophet, Hand of Midas, and Shadow Fiend taking some harassment from, of course, the waveform. But Clockwork, he's able to just hit level 6, have some time actually to get the last hits. I mean, before that, he didn't have any almost, but since Nature's Prophet rotated out now, I mean, he has the hookshot as well, so Nature's Prophet, if he actually goes back to the lane, then now Clockwork, he might have a way better chance of actually killing off the Nature's Prophet, although he managed to do it before as well, but now with the hookshot, he actually might be a threat to the Nature's Prophet.
One of the biggest problem with the Clockwork is when you see a hero like Nature's Prophet leaving the lane.
Lambda, he finds Blue, there's the slow, but the Shadow raises Lambda, he gets the Shallow Grave, and there's Morphling with the waveform. Disruption, Soulcatcher up onto Windex as well, and I mean, Central Fear, 7-3 all of a sudden.
Wow, I love, like I've told you last game, I love watching Shadow Demon just boxing people in, and once again, we have that coming out of him.
Treant wants to go aggressive. Lambda, Leechy is there. Some body blocking coming out by the Shadow Fiend. Expert plays this Dazzle. He would have gone down to like 1 or 2 more right clicks, but he still slowed down. Lambda, he turns around. Oh my god, that was a mistake by him. Treant needs only 1 more and he gets it as well. Why didn't he just keep on running?
It made no sense. Was he afraid of the Furion teleport? Perhaps, like he was trying to dodge, trying to juke the Furion. Any other reasons why he would move towards the mid lane?
Well, at least 4-7 now. I mean, I guess looking at the early graphs doesn't mean too much. Gold, zeroed out, XP around 700 in Central Fear's favor, so no biggie yet as Shadow Fiend. He does keep on farming, not that far ahead, to be honest, of the Morphling, and well, he is going for a Hand of Midas at least.
Yeah, and the biggest problem, oh, look at it, Clockwork is TPing mid, he wants to kill the Shadow Fiend. And I guess Tame My Wild, is he aware of this, or is he going to go back to the lane? Oh no, this might just be very, very bad for...
He has this Observer Ward though, so yeah, he sees Clockwork now. He has vision of the Clockwork. Nice Observer Ward on the enemy high ground.
Wow, so this Observer Ward saved his life completely. But back to the point of Nature's Prophet and TPing. The problem with Clockwork is...
bottom lane, they want to go on Brewmaster. You can't finish your point. Arrow finally finds its target. Oh, well, continue. Or Clockwork. Oh, he finds the Treant Protector.
No.
Pokes him in just before he picks up the Illusion Rune. He has the Living Armor, of course, but there's Morphling. Has the Waveform at the ready as well. Does a lot of damage. And well, Clockwork gets the kill to finish it up at Windex. No boots of speed even. I think he's going to get chased down as well. Clockwork. He has the face boots and yeah, easy power cogs or no. Not even necessary. Oh god, he wanted to leave the last hit, but the waveform does finish it up anyway. And actually, Morphling went for a Hand of Midas off his own, but he has 1k on top of that already.
Wow, so that's very nice for him, for sure. And even though he's falling in terms of last hits, falling behind the SF, it's expected. But Morphling's carry potential into the late game is just higher than SF, I have to say. And back to the point that I've been trying to make for ages, is when the problem with Clockwork up against the Furion is when the Furion decides to leave the lane, Clover cannot punish that because whenever the Fury TP, you know he's going to be in that trialing versus trialing scenario, helping out his teammates. But Clockwork, he can't push towers fast enough. I mean, sure, you have the Rocket Flare, you can turn on the Rocket Barrage, just slow siege, but imagine if it was a hero, say, like Luna or even like Darkseer or something like that. You double Iron Shell the creep wave, you creep skip, and you can chip away the tower very, very fast and gain your team some additional bonus gold as well as a bit more map control.
Map control is the name of the game. I mean, Dota, it's just so much about having the vision, having the information about where your enemy is, so you can act accordingly.
I thought the game was called Defense of the Ancients.
No, but that's the point of it. Well, not the point, but in the essence, if you don't have map control, you lose. Well, not every time, but it tends to be like that.
Yeah, indeed it is.
Nope, only one right click.
Yeah,
It's
map
defense
control
of the
is
map
crucial.
vision, to be honest. Oh man. Totemp. That sounds retarded, okay. Anywho.
Anyhow,
Do you think actually Classic is Club of Haste might be a hand of Midas in the making, or is it just going for the Maelstrom?
when you say the names, I can't tell who's who, man.
Oh,
too
the
difficult.
Mirana.
The Mirana. Why not? This game is gonna go a lot longer than expected for sure because you have a Morphling as a carry. Your lineup isn't a 4 protect 1 heavy pushing, so why not? But I would say at this stage, it's also great if he goes for Mjolnir instead because he can make it work really well with the Clockwork. Just putting the Mjolnir lightning effect.
Oh
on
god,
the
Shadow
Clockwork.
Fiend! He's so close to death, 19 HP, double damage. He has the waveform coming up, nice telekinesis. Does it actually save him? Shadow poisons. Come on, scout him out. Now he's bottling up, but the waveform is off target as well, leaving around. He's going for the Requiem of Souls. He's just doing everything he can before his death. He is still alive, wanted to kill the courier. Is he successful? Yes, he is. The Shadow Fiend goes down as well. Oh man, that chase, it was pretty costly for them, but now Rubik might lose his life because the double damage is too much on the Morphling. So I guess if Rubik had survived, it would have been actually really worth it, but oh man.
Oh man, huge plays from Tame My Wild, getting a courier kill plus a hero kill before, I mean, well, he got the hero kill after he died, but overall, I think it's worth it. It's definitely worth it. Getting the courier kill is always nice. It's like the equivalent of taking a tower for your entire team.
Yeah, and well, with that, Yoki, he has his Blink Dagger finished up on the
Oh
Brewmaster.
man. Now they have the big initiation for Relax.
Oh.
Man, just now I was looking at the Treant and he was right-clicking down these Mud Golems. And when I switched over, I was looking at the in-between attacks. So before he attacked again, and I thought my game was lagging because his attack animation is just so slow.
Oh, but imagine a Treant with like faster attack speed, but the same base damage. Oh my bloody god.
Oh man, that's too much. Nobody can deal with Treant. It's already a tier 1 pick, you know, like people have been picking up as the first hero. And if you give him a good right click attack speed and you give him like good movement speed, then it'll be like the level 1 Treant single roaming. Like it's stronger than Chen and Enchantress. Who needs Chen and Enchantress when you yourself, your right clicks are equivalent of 2 heroes?
Yeah, indeed. Well, I think it's important to mention out that Morphling, out of the 12 kills, he's actually been a part of 8, although he's a mid laner, so he's 4, 0 and 4. That's a lot of his gold already. Of course, he has the Hand of Midas, although crazy, he's actually doing really nice in terms of just keeping on par almost with the Morphling. He has a Midas of his own, of course, but he has 2 deaths to his name as well. The courier kill definitely did help out there, and his entire team has now Dread. He's going for a mech on the Treant Protector.
Wow. Okay, so this is interesting as well because if you look at the Treant Protector, he actually hasn't scaled up any levels into Nature's Skies. The past couple of days that we've casted, we've seen a lot of
Top lane, charge law.
this
He's
pincer.
a gunner for sure. Just boxed in. They does start with the demonic purge, soul catcher as well, leap, starstorm, and well, even the TPs won't help, or will they? A few shadow races. Oh! Shadow races and the stolen waveform does so much damage, just blowing up the Shadow Demon Klasinki, barely managing to survive that. Oh well, actually the waveform, it's one of the best things for the Rubik to steal. Gives him mobility as well as extra burst. But oh, Clockwork.
Well,
Do they know he's there? Oh, Thunderclap, it does connect. He uses the Drunken Haze, but no TP out by Clockwork in return.
yeah, and speaking of things for Rubik to steal, Waveform, I would say, is the second best thing for him to steal. The first one would have to be Morph. If you can steal Morph
Oh yeah,
and
first
just
Morph, then Waveform.
yeah, I mean, it's so good when you just are capable of morphing all your HP, like all your agility into HP. And you're looking at Rubik with something like 1600 HP at level 10.
Oh, mid lane, Necromon, of course he has the Waveform. But the double damage Brewmaster crit, my god, that hurts. So,
Wow.
okay, Rubik having lots of HP with the Morph.
Yeah, let's see. Right now, he has 24 intelligence. And if you can switch all of those into strength, so each point into strength, it's equivalent of what, 19 HP? So 19 times 24, what's that? I'm gonna whip out my calculator. Give me a second.
461. Is it correct?
456.
Oh god
Wow,
damn.
but you're real close.
How can it,
So
how
Rubik
can it
is
be?
sitting.
Well,
Yeah,
doesn't matter.
It's interesting. He's sitting on 682 HP right now. So if you put
Oh yeah,
another
okay, I
400
completely... No, it... 24 points. Oh yeah, I was so far off. I used different numbers altogether. Oh my god. Never mind me.
Yeah, I mean, imagine with the Rubik had another 450 HP on top. Then, wow,
Oh,
he
they're
would
going
be
mid
extremely
lane. They're
tanky,
going for
hard
the
to kill.
dazzle. They get the Thunderclap. The Weave Gut gets used. Shallow Grave as well. So he should. Well, he actually might survive a nice disruption. They're going for the counter. The Waveform. It's by Necroman himself. So kind of surprised that the dazzle survived, and he's looking pretty healthy as well still.
Yeah, I mean, Shadow Demon with the Soul Catcher just amplifies the damage by such a significant amount. I don't know if you know this combo, but I mean, oh, okay, so the hook is gonna miss.
Oh, another Thunderclap. This time around, the dazzle will go down.
Ouch, that was so fast and so quick. He couldn't Shadow Grave himself. Oh, it was on cooldown anyways. But do you know the combo between Shadow Demon, Pugna, and Husker?
I don't think I've seen it.
Okay, so if you have Shadow Demon, Pugna, and Husker, or just Shadow Demon and Husker, and Husker gets an Aghanim Scepter plus E-Blade. And if you don't want the E-Blade, then you have to have Decrepify. At mid, nah, nothing's gonna happen. Clockwork just gonna force some staff out. But if you have Husker with Aghanim Scepter and Ethereal Blade, and Shadow Demon's able to put Soul Catcher on any hero, it's an instant kill.
Oh god. That
Unless you
does
have
sound
higher
painful
magic
already.
resistance. Yeah, but I mean, just the amount of farm and the amount of things you need to get before you get to that point, it does take quite a long time. But I mean, Husker did get buffed, so would be nice if we ever do see people utilize this maybe somewhat unorthodox kind of shotgun Husker.
Well, I mean, we do see something unorthodox in this game as well. A Maelstrom, Nature's Prophet. At least so early on. Oh, and oh, crazy! The hookshot does connect. There's the waveform as well. A nice telekinesis, and the Requiem of Souls with the BKB morphing, almost going down. Another Shadow Race. They actually kill him off. All the others are already on the high ground, but man, I really thought Crazy is just gonna get wrecked, but in the end, he wrecked himself, and oh, he might go for Lambda. Nope. Yoki does back off from that.
Yeah, and this is what we just saw was one of the problems. We talked about how fast the SF is capable of farming. And once he has that BKB at such an early game stage, his right-click DPS, I mean, an SF, its innate ability is just like being that big class cannon, being able to dish out tons of deeps, but can fall very easily. But because of that fast BKB, he just stood in the mix, and he let the Requiem rip, and Morphling just couldn't handle it.
Oh, poor Morphing. He was trying his hardest to just strength morph after that Requiem, but Shadow Races, I mean, they do so much damage on top of it. Is it 300? Yeah, 300 per one race, so the potential of 900 damage coming out if you hit all of them.
Yeah, indeed, it is extremely painful. Wait, if you do get hit by all three raises, and there is a certain range where all three raises can hit, like there's a certain place that you stand within the raise range, and you can actually chain all three, and even if the hero wasn't moving, he can still get hit by all three. I forgot the exact range. I think it was 400 and something.
Well, it is really hard to hit all three, but already two, I mean, especially if you've had the Requiem of Souls before already, which that I have no idea how much damage it actually does. Is it
And
really
by the way,
120? Creates one wave of damage for every 2 souls.
it's
So-
around 650 damage at maximum levels, with like maximum units surrounding. And Shadow Fiend, in terms of landing all 3 raises, it does 675 damage after magic resistance.
Clockwork. He gets a nice force of going for the TP out. Oh my god. I really thought he's gonna die there. 4 heroes going for him, but that 4-staff pickup, it's really worked for him for already.
Wow. So right now, who do you think has the upper hand? Central of Fear has the upper hand in terms of kills, but Relax, it feels like they're getting more out of the map.
Yeah, they're just killing towers, and Shadow Fiend, he's just getting relevant so much earlier than the Morphling is. I mean, Morphling started out really nice, but once the heroes tank up a little bit, the waveform doesn't do that much anymore, and of course, they have to be careful of fighting into the Brewmaster, since... Actually, have we seen one Primal Split this game? I don't think so.
Yeah, it hasn't happened yet. He hasn't had to use it either. It's like, in the scenarios, he either just dies too quick for it
bottom
to
lane, the
happen.
disruption. Can they follow up the arrow before the
That's gonna be
BKB? The BKB comes out and Klasinki is forced to leap away. Oh man, that instant BKB after the disruption just saving him.
Yeah, and that's why it's so hard to make a jump on Lifestealer as well, because it's instant cast. Morphling though, what's he going towards? It seems like it's going to be an early Manta Star. And I like this choice as well. Morphling, he benefits... no, actually I don't like it. But it does bring his relevance much earlier. But what Burning does is sometimes he goes for that Yasha in harder games and go straight into the BKB before completing the Manta Star.
Well, in this particular game, do you actually think that he might need to go for a BKB at some point, otherwise that maybe the Brewmaster just keeps him in the air with the Cyclone at all times?
He has to be able to get a BKB in this game, otherwise, yeah, team fights are going to be so difficult.
Oh, the
But the
Mjol-
Manta Star...
What? The Mjolnir already finished on Nature's Prophet. At
Oh,
the other
wow.
clap? Oh, it misses.
Yeah, I mean, the Morphling, he wants to get Manta Style so that he
Oh,
can Manta out
hookshot
of...
into 2. They catch Crazy, but there's a nice counter overgrowth. And suddenly he's 4-staffing himself out. But we see the Primal Split from Morphling. He's up in the air like we talked about. And they're going for Klasinki next. He doesn't have the leap anymore. Moonlight Shadows comes out. Necroman, he is still alive. And Shadow Fiend actually doesn't... Well, he has his BKB again already. They stole the Moonlight Shadows. They're still fighting. I can't believe it's gone on for so long. Klasinki does fall. 4-step on the Clockwork. Will it be enough? Treant wants to go in for the right clicks. Telekinesis was there on Necroman. Requiem of Souls as well in between somewhere. And Windex, he will finally fall down to the Shadow Wave of Lambda as Necroman. He's dropping low. His strength morphing. Will it be enough? The burst damage. There's none from Relax. So Morphling, he should be safe. But the tier 2, it did go down. And well, that fight, it was all kinds of sloppy.
So, very interesting, like, Relax, it seems like they like to play so aggressive, and once again, that was... They dove past the tier 2 tower to make that engagement happen. But, ultimately, it feels like it worked in their favor. But, yeah, back to what I was saying, Morphling, he's going for the Manta Style so he can get out of the overgrowth. But...
Well, that's not a bad choice, and well, Manta Style does give Morphling a lot split push as well. And that's
Still
actually,
needs a
well,
BKB.
but then again, even if he goes for split push, how can you out split push a Nature's Prophet? But Brewmaster, oh, in some trouble actually, the waveform already on cooldown, the Living Armor stacks worn off, but oh, Haste that Crazy comes in, Hookshot is there as well. I mean, who's this actually favoring? There's the overgrowth, Clockwork, he's definitely gonna go down. He actually boxed himself in, or never mind, I'm talking some random bogus as he does escape, still has his 4-staff as well. They use the mech on the side of Relax, so everybody's healthy once again. And the haste rune, it's not worn off yet. Dazzle, oh no, I really thought he might have to pop the weave. But Relax, just a little bit of back and forth. But Mirana is fishing for some arrows from behind. Maybe, oh, another Thunderclap. They just Relax, they're lacking the blink in stun. Oh, Brewmaster, 5-second arrow, can they follow up? They need more stuns and they actually kill him off before the Primal Split. Really nicely done by Klasinki, coming in from behind like that.
Wow, so every time the Brewmaster is just like getting picked off before you can use the Primal Split.
Oh, they want to go for more. Leap by Klasinki, they want to get Yoki, or not Yoki, Chachlo. The Requiem of Souls comes out, Chachlo falls down as Dazzle Shallow Grave, he's still alive. Actually might get denied by the Roshan accidentally, nope. There's the Moonlight Shadow coming out though, and Necroman is there. Oh, he's under the Sentry Ward, Telekinesis. Is there actually any burst damage? Doesn't look like it. And BKB by Shadowfiend, no Requiem of Souls for him. He's just forced to back out with the BKB, but the right clicks, the hook shot. Oh, the Death Requiem almost kills off the Clockwork, but not quite as Morphling kills off the Treant Protector. And well, Central Fear, I mean, relax. They were in control of the pace of the game, and they're gonna get more. Oh, poor Windex. But yes,
Holy crap,
Central
so
Fear.
that was 5-man wipe.
Oh god. Killing off the Brewmaster without him getting the primal split is... I mean, after that, Relax, they just started backing off, but it wasn't a unanimous decision by them. Some of them ran, the others tried to come in from behind to maybe help, maybe try to get a few pickoffs, but in the end, they just all died.
Yeah, I mean, several things happened in that fight that led to this. It was... The weave was casted very early, so when the arrow landed on the Panda and they engaged, when Central Fear decided to engage, the armor was extremely high, and one thing led to another, and Morphling in between fights even uses the replica to TP home, and then comes straight back into a fight with full mana and an adjusted amount of HP versus like agility to strength ratio that he wanted. And have you ever seen the poor man's build on Morphling, like in desperate times?
What do you mean exactly?
Okay, so the traditional way is running the bottle, right? Like you replicate the enemy, TV back to base, heal back up, and then come in. The funny way is of playing the Morphling is simply getting a Heaven's Halberd plus a Soul Ring. So what you do is every time you're in a fight and you lose a lot of HP, right? You just morph everything down into agility, so you have the bare minimum HP. Then click on the Soul Ring, your HP is already at 1 to begin with, so it's going to go back to 1, and your maximum HP pool is only 200, and then you morph it back up to around like 700 to 800. So that way you never have to leave the lane.
Oh, they get the initiation on Clockwork! Oh, that was beautiful. The Shallow Grave with the Force Staff though, they are still alive, they used the weave, but I think they're going to lose the Dazzle as well. Primal Split used just for the Dazzle kill. And well, I guess it's worth it because they will get at least a tier 2 tower on top of this.
Yeah, and here's the problem with Central Fear's lineup. When they win fights, they can't take towers efficiently, but whenever Relax wins a fight, towers are just gonna melt.
Oh, well, Brewmaster, I mean, his cooldown on the ultimate, it's not that long. Well, he has the Aghanim Scepter finished already as well. Plus, of course, all the Brewlings. Oh, Living Armor, no, never mind, Treant. Not in trouble even, because Morphling replicates himself back to mid, and Rubik actually stops his TP. They want to go for the Morphling. They actually have a lot of damage. There's the Telekinesis as well. They need only a little bit more, a few crits by the Brewmaster, but Moonlight Shadows just beats them all.
Yeah, he had the Ghost Scepter as well, and that's why he used it. So we are looking into a Manta style and straight into the E-Blade, so for skipping the Linkens, which is fine, because if you look at Mirana has a Linken, so if Morphling ever needs the damage block, he can always put it on the Morphling. But the downside of Morphling is he is an extremely mana intensive hero, and right now I feel his mana pool as well as the regen portion, which he pretty much lacks, is a little bit low.
Well, I guess, yeah, Mirana can definitely put the Linkens on the Morphling like you said already. And well, I guess after he finishes the shotgun, maybe he actually might feel the need to go for one himself.
Perhaps, or you can go straight to Scotty by that point, and the amount of stats that Scotty provides might just be enough. I don't know.
Scotty is pretty damn sick to be honest, but this Nature's Prophet, he's actually pretty farmed up as well, although just, I guess, we haven't actually properly looked at the graphs. It's 10,000 gold for the side of Relax as, well, the XP used to be, oh, mid lane Nature's Prophet does dodge the arrow, so XP graph, 1,000 only in the favor of Central of Fear, so I mean, it's looking good for Relax, although Central of Fear, if this drags on too long, they should probably have the upper hand with the Morphling as well as the Mirana. Although then again, they are up against the Nature's Prophet. I mean, Nature's Prophet can be a right-click carry as well. Shadowfiend definitely is one. He has a Daedalus as well now.
Wow, is Morphling gonna end this replica and make an extremely aggressive play? Nah, I don't think so. So he's playing it safe. Oh, and we do have the E-Blade at 28.5 minutes into the game. So, wow, even though they are behind in terms of golden XP, Morphling, is he gonna go for a shotgun?
Oh, he needs backup damage, but maybe just bait out the primal split at the very least. There's the shotgun coming out. Adaptive strike waveform as well. Oh, they need a little more. The demonic burst actually went out just as the primal split game. They used the force that, but Morphling is up in there, and BKB Nature Prophet comes in, Sprout onto the Clockwork, right clicks. Moonlight Shadows again. Don't they really have any vision at all? Oh my god, where's the gem? Where's the anything? They do still keep chasing it. Oh, there's the dust coming out by the Treant Protector. They catch Clockwork from behind. Won't you? Wow, goddamn Yoki, those names. As well, Clockwork, the only casualty not that bad, but if they only had like Fate Bolt, and that's the case actually, they don't have any follow-up Magic Burst into the shotgun.
Yeah, indeed. So it is somewhat hard for them to pick up those kills if the E-Blade doesn't instantly kill someone. His obvious targets right now are, say... Wow, I actually don't even know who he can aim, apart from the Rubik.
Got the Morph at some point. Oh, they get the jump on Morphling, or rather Shadowfiend, he almost went down. Morphling tried to go for the shotgun. Now there's the weave. A nice overgrowth catching 4 heroes. The lightning's proccing around the Morphling. Actually doesn't get the TP out. He just dies. He had the Aegis though, so it's all fine and dandy for them. And oh god, Yoki comes in with a nice thunderclap. Leap out by Klasinski.
Oh.
There's the Requiem of Souls as Morphling gets decimated. Oh god.
Wow, so that was a good timing from the Shadow Fiend. Tamer Wow timed that perfectly. Right when the Morphling spawned, that Requiem took pretty much like 90% of his HP.
Oh, the hookshot, they want to kill off Yoki. He catches 3 in the cogs and 4 stabs himself out. If it wasn't too useful, it was comical at least. Oh man.
I mean, it's a good effort to try and defend, but what else could he have done? Perhaps he would have hooked and then moved a little bit towards the right side of the map and then put down the cog and bouncing those heroes backwards. It might have helped a little bit more.
Well, the TP is there by the Shadow Demon. Do they want to get some kills? But Klasinski, oh, those crits by Crazy. But the disruption comes out. The illusions of Crazy actually do a lot of damage. Arrow as well. Oh, perfect combination. The Rex finally fall, but Windex, he might fall as well. The telekinesis coming out in due time, but Rubik, he's just buying time for his teammates to escape.
Yeah, this is one hell of a tanky Rubik.
Well, he does take a lot of physical damage if he is actually right-clicked. I mean, zero armor after all.
Yeah, indeed. This is one melee Rex down though for Relax, so they are feeling a little bit more comfortable. The Shadow Fiend did die, but just look at how much damage Tamer Wild is doing per click. This is wow, pretty scary.
He's probably working for what I would guess is a Satanic now. I mean, he has the Morbid Mask, 3k in the bank. Probably saving for buyback just in case, because he still has to be mindful of the shotgun coming out.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And Morphling right now, with the replica still having 8 second of cooldown, he wants to find someone to build a shotgun.
And I think he would have enough to bring down Treant Protector if he doesn't have living armor on, or can't activate his mech in time. Oh! Radiance Courier.
Courier kill. Was there anything in the courier though?
Nope, nothing.
Ah, okay. So it's a pity. Imagine if it was like a Satanic for the SF and then it gets sniped.
Yeah, oh my god. That would have been crazy, but now... Judge Law, the Nature Prophet. He has the ultimate orb, so... I guess a Sheep Stick, or would there be a better alternative? Would he actually...
Scotty.
Well, actually Scotty might not be that bad, but do you think he might be considering even a Linkens just to make sure he won't get shotgunned himself before he gets the BKB off?
I don't think it's a problem, because traditionally the best way for shotgun Morphling to work is while you're waveforming,
oh,
use
Morphling, he went for the shotgun on the Shadow Fiend. He gets telekinesis up in return, the Shadow Races. He activates his Manta Style. And to be honest, the Manta Style, the illusions of the Morphling, they do deal a lot of damage if they can actually just right-click away.
Yeah, and that's the beauty of E-Blade plus Morphling, because Morphling needs stats, and E-Blade provides a lot more agility, you know, like it provides 40 agility, and that's more than the Butterfly. So it also makes his Manta Illusions that much stronger.
And well, I mean, it's actually, well, it's not near the late game stage yet, but the cores, they are pretty farmed up. I mean, 17.5k net worth for both the Nature's Prophet and the Shadow Fiend, whereas 15k for the Morphling and the Mirana. So, I mean, they're relaxed, they aren't that far ahead, like half a big item or so. So one team fight, of course, a few buybacks might change the situation. As Central of Fear, a brilliant smoke by them. Nature's Prophet, of course, can join them at any given time, but they're pretty grouped up at the moment. So if they find them, they don't have vision though, and they're backing off from it.
Yeah, because Relax pinged it out as well. They saw it, the Observer Ward. saw them smoke up and come in. So yeah, you look at it, relax, they just ping all over the map, and then they even see the clockwork rocket, so it just gave it away. But you're saying the items are about the same, but you look at the difference in the gold graph. That's over 12,000 gold in favor of relax. I mean, you gotta credit it to SF and Furion just being two of the best risers in the game. They can just flash from so well.
Yeah, well, okay, well, they're around 3k ahead of Central Fear scores. So that's, I mean, it's not enough to finish up one big item, but it's maybe to save for buyback or something. I mean, the item difference, it's not that huge, but I guess it's just the thing you can do with the items, like Daedalus. It's just so much raw damage output.
Oh yeah, and once the Satanic is finished up on the Shadow Fiend, I don't know what will take him down.
Well, I guess it has to be more or less nothing.
Yeah,
I guess the shotgun before the BKB, although having the Satanic makes him just so tanky, so even the shotgun won't be enough. If they had like Lion, Finger of Death or anything along those lines, like level 5 Dagons, then maybe. But since they don't, it's like, oh, it's gonna be really difficult for them to actually fight up against that Shadow Fiend.
Yeah, and the what's it? The Midas has paid off for the offlane Mirana. I mean, in time, look at it right now.
He actually has more farm than the Morph.
Wow, so net worth. Well, that's somewhat incredible. Like an aggressive trial lane that didn't really work out, and Mirana is able to catch up. I mean, it's kind of what's keeping them in the game, just having these two Midas working for them. Just accumulating items, being able to somewhat keep on par with Relax.
So sorry, it was so funny what... Oh, the hookshot goes in, they go into the Roach Pit, immediate telekinesis, there's the Moonlight Shadow, the gem is on the Brewmaster, so Wrath of Nature bouncing around, and the Brewmaster actually used his Primal Split, he wanted to kill off the Dazzle. Oh, he's going for the replicate of the Shadow Demon. Did they know it was a replicate? I don't think so, and now, I mean, it's still lasting, somebody's thrown up in there, it is the Dazzle, and Dazzle uses the mech, but he's a goner anyway, and without the Dazzle, the Morphling being at really low HP, can they actually contest this Roche now? They have another hookshot thanks to the Aghanim Scepter, of course. But do you think they can or should they go for the sneaky Roche, maybe steal the Aegis?
He has to go for a steal, otherwise the game's gonna be over.
Oh, the hookshot! They're going on another target! No, never mind, he hookshots himself to creeps. But Morphling, he tried to go for it! But the Shadow Fiend got the Aegis and Morphling gave away his life as well. He does have the buyback, but even if he uses it, he just needs more items as Sheepstick is finished on the Nature's Prophet.
We've already talked about how Shadow Fiend's virtually unkillable with that Satanic, and now he has Aegis on top, so he has 2 lives. Central Fear are going to be able to deal with him.
What I don't understand is that Morphling tried to go for the steal, but it would have been so perfect if the hookshot had gone in to stun up the Radiant heroes, and then he would have actually had time to pick it up before the Radiant. Oh! GM Protector, he blinks in aggressively, but he has the Nature's Guys. They find the Morphling, can they actually pick him off the waveform? It's really low range. The shotgun goes out. Oh god, but the Overgrowth keeping everybody in place. The hookshot is there. Shadow Fiend still alive. He activates his BKB, the Satanic. Oh, the damage coming out. Dazzle just gonna get taken out. Wrath of Nature actually finishes the job. Klasinki leaps out as well. But I really think Central Fear, I mean, they fought valiantly, but relaxed. They just have a little bit too much.
Yeah, indeed. And did you just see Shadow Fiend almost 2-shot the Shadow Demon?
Yeah, I mean, those crits coming out. Oh, another hookshot onto the Brewmaster. They know the Primal Split is on cooldown for another 5 seconds. The Mjolnir buff is active on Clockwork as well. They want to tank it up, but the Moonlight Shadow, did it get stolen? And oh, he has the Primal Split now. They have to back off. They can't do anything. Nope, doesn't look like it. The Rax taking some damage. The arrow actually catches the Shadow Fiend. But they just don't have the damage output. The mech comes out, another hookshot. The Cox got stolen as well. But the Satanic, it goes down. Oh my god, they got the double kill. Oh, never mind, the Nature's Prophet got the double kill. Buybacks on Central Fear. And well, the Rax still intact. Nature's Prophet trying to go for them. Shadow Demon gets the kill on the Rubik. Now Primal Split. It's about to wear off soon. And Morphling, he has to be fast if he wants to defend. Oh, the hookshot actually misses. BKB activated by Nature's Prophet. And he's TPing out after he kills the melee Rax.
Wow. Wow, that was a big defense from Central Fear. I was not expecting him to be able to take down the Shadow Fiend, but instead, he just died so freaking quickly. because of the Soul Catcher. But now that's 2 lane of Rax is down, so ultimately the game is definitely in Relax's control, but are they going to be patient enough, for example, to let the top and bottom push in before they go for that final push? Or are they going to feel really confident and be like, yeah, we're just going to go in, we can win every team fight, doesn't matter, we can go uphill and just end it right there?
Well, if they think so, they wouldn't be that wrong, but they actually don't have to worry about it too much because at the moment, Central Fear, they're trying their best to push out the lanes, but Relax, almost everybody's already alive, and Nature's Prophet, he can push out one lane, whereas Relax pushing out another at the same time. So, 2 of the lanes, oh, he's going aggressive, but Yogi, he gets hookshot up, there's the sheep onto Dazzle, and the right click's coming in, there's the Sprout as well, and Dazzle, he has the Shallow Grave, doesn't even get to use it. Wrath of Nature comes around, and they're gonna get Clockwork as well, and looks like they don't have buybacks. Or he's still alive. The morphing shotgun. Another hookshot onto 3 heroes. Another set of cogs. Are you kidding me? Why doesn't it die? Yoki coming in. Finally popped the Primal Split, but Rubik went down already. Shadow Demon doesn't get the TP out. And well, Morphling, he's low as well. No mana for him. Using the Strength Morph. Thrown up in the air. Thrown back down on the split. Well, this has to be GG now.
Wow, just now, did you see the Clockwork Power Cogs pushed the Nature's Prophet onto this tiny high ground that he couldn't move?
Oh man. Well, cute plays in the end. Just didn't make much of a difference and didn't even have Shadow Fiend in that fight.
Wow, wow, if you look at the scoreboard, it doesn't seem as easy as the game progressed for Relax. They just outfarmed Central of Fear and eventually just took racks after racks.
Well, considering the Central Fear, they're not a known team or anything, so Relax, they will play in the TI4 qualifiers as well, and overall they're a pretty decent team, like, have been playing together for a while and had some solid results, whereas Central Fear, I think nobody actually expected too much out of them, but they showed that they can actually give Relax at least a run for their money.
Yeah, indeed. Very impressive performance coming out of them.
But I guess this is not it, as we will follow Relax to the quarterfinal game, which I guess would be against Team Liquid, because if Team Liquid lost their game, then I don't know, man, I'm the Pope or something. But a best of fun, I guess anything can happen. I may be the Pope. But thank you all for tuning in. I do hope you enjoyed. If you were a fan of Central Fear, then worry not, because they fought really valiantly. And if you did like us, be sure to follow us on Twitch, on our social media, Facebook and Twitter /Heflatv to know when we're actually streaming, which is more or less every day at the moment. But just stick around, some music in between as we wait for the next game.